Okay, boys, welcome to your science class. Today in science, we are going to start our new unit. Unit name is electricity. Lesson 6.1. Where do we use electricity? So today we are going to discuss where do we use electricity. We use electricity in different places, in the home, in the school, in the library, on the streets, everywhere we use electricity. Okay, so electricity has been very important in our life. Okay, so without electricity, we cannot communicate with each other. We cannot have light in the evening when the sun is down. If there is no electricity, we cannot see things. We cannot turn on the light. All it is, all the equipments or all the electronic devices are using electricity to work. We can charge our phone. Our phones are on electricity. Everything that you see around your room, they all are using electricity. So there are different ways we use electricity. We charge things, we use batteries that are also electricity, and if we use direct electricity with the help of switches, that is also an electricity. Understand? Okay. Getting started, this is the Mars Curiosity rover. Is a robot on planet Mars. It is looking for water on Mars. The robot uses electricity to move, test for water, look for rocks, and take photographs. So this thing is a robot that scientists have made, and they have put this robot on the Mars. Okay, this robot is using electricity to work on this to search water on Mars. It is looking for rocks where there is any precious rock or something, and it is looking for water, and it is taking photographs. The robot moves on its wheels and has arms it can move. Look here. If you see the picture carefully, it has wheels and it has arms. Try to think other appliances which move. Which other appliances moves? Cars, they move. They also use electricity. They have battery inside, so there is electricity inside. And what is other thing that moves? Airplanes, trucks, the moving things are also using electricity, and they are called electric appliances. Okay, so here are some of the vocabulary words that we are going to discuss. Cell, invention, robot, dangerous, main electricity, rocked, discovery, electric appliances, electricity, plug, power station, slide, switch, and wire. So we use electricity in hospitals, in libraries, in universities, in schools, in houses, in factories. We use electricity. So this is the first example that was given in the book about the Mars Curiosity rover. It is an robot that is sent by the scientists to the planet Mars. It is looking for water on the Mars, while scientists are sitting on Earth, and they are using this robot to look for water. This robot use electricity to move, to walk, to walk, and to do their work. So we have learned these vocabularies. Moving on to the next page. Here, this is the house. We use electricity to do lots of things. Here in the house, you can see most of the things are made of electricity. So what we are going to do, we are going to circle the electrical appliances. Let's circle them. You can see here, just 1 minute. Here you can see kettle. We use kettle to warm the water, hot the water for our tea. So we are going to circle. We are going to circle the kettle. Then we have fridge. We store our food inside the fridge. So this is also using electricity. Then we have a toaster. Toaster also uses electricity to make to roast our bread. Slice of bread we use to roast them in the toaster. Then coming here we have a TV. TV uses also electricity. We watch. Then we have a phone on the table. It is also using electricity to charge. We use cell phone too. But in phones we have batteries. Batteries are also form of electricity. So in batteries, we only the electricities are stored. Then see a girl who is sitting on a sofa. She is playing with her toy car. The toy car is moving with the help of remote, and it is also moving the car with the help of batteries, and batteries use electricity. Then we have a lamp. Lamp uses electricity. Tablet uses electricity, and we have a music system, or you can say speaker, that uses electricity. Look at the picture. How do we use electricity to make light? So here is a lamp. We use electricity to make light. We make electricity to make sound. Here you can see make light here. Make sound here. It is we can listen to the sound. Heat things up. So what are the things that can be heated up? I told you people here, the toaster, kettle and toaster, they make things heat up or cool things down. Fridge is a big example of cooling things down. Fridge is an example of making things cool. Then we have make things move. The girl is moving the car here with the help of electricity. You can see here the car is moving with the help of electricity. So all these electric appliances are using electricity to work. So what you are going to do, you are going to find out all the things in your house or in your room that uses electricity to function, to work. Now look for things in the picture that uses main electricity. We call these appliances. These things have a wire and a plug. So here there are two types of electricity you can see. One is battery, that stores electricity. That is not dangerous, but there are things that are using main electricity, means with the plug and wire, that are a bit dangerous. Why? Because electricity is very strong. You cannot touch the electricity or electric appliances with the wet hands. Otherwise, you are going to get shock. So here you can see the toaster is with the wire. So it means it is using the main electricity. Kettle is using the wire and plug. So it is using main electricity. Fridge is using main electricity. Television is using main electricity. uh, the phone is charging, so it is also using a main electricity, but it has battery inside. So phone using phone with the wet hand is not dangerous, but those things that work with the wire and switches that are using wire and plugs, so these are using main electricity. Only adults should move plug in and unplug. So you should not use plug and unplug main electric appliances. Only adults can use these types of appliances that are used with the help of plugs. Okay, if you use these things, but you have to be very careful. You can use these appliances in the supervision of adults. Is most probably you should not discuss and you should not use them on your own. Okay, main electricity is very powerful. It can be dangerous, it can kill you. Yes, if you are um, using main electricity, you should be very careful because it is very powerful. It can give you an electric shock, and sometimes an electric shocks are so dangerous that it can take your life as well. It can take your life. So what we should do, we should be very careful while using main electricity. First of all, we should not do plug or unplug things. Only an adult should use the main electricity. If it is very necessary, you should use the electricity with the help of, with the supervision of an adult. Without the supervision of adult, you should not touch those things that have electricity. Okay, like plugging and unplugging things, or those things that are using main electricity, like toasters. And you should be very careful. You should not touch those appliances with your wet hands. Okay, we should not use those things with the wet hands. We should be very careful while using those things. While using those things, we have to be very careful and with the supervision of an adult. So when you look around in your house, there are more than 90% or more than 50% things that in your house that are working on electricity. So electricity is very important in our life. Is very important in our life. It has made our life super easy. But when we are using these electricity, we should be very careful while using them, because it can give us an electric shock, and sometimes the electric shocks are so powerful that it can kill us. Okay,